Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It seems like the devs weren't lying when they said that this update was going to be pretty crazy. Like, of course, we already knew some of the stuff that was coming out, you know, like crafting and new seeds and whatnot, but not this much. How many seeds is this? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's like 12 different seeds. There's a bunch of different crafting items. In fact, there's 18 unique recipes. Yeah, this update's really cool, but don't worry, I'm going to be explaining absolutely everything that you need to know about this update, so then you can go ahead and max it out. For example, look over here. This is one of the new items, the cleaning spray. I'm going to be explaining absolutely everything. Alright, so first things first, let's start off with, you know, the main brand new thing in this update. For example, the crafting system over here. Remember this bear over here? You know, you could talk to him and craft, you know, a bunch of anti-bee eggs and whatnot. Well, yeah, you could kind of do the same thing, but obviously much more complex. I mean, just have a look at all of these items. And oh yeah, don't worry by the... there's a sun god event. Wait, do I have a sunflower on me? A sunflower? Oh, I don't have any sunflowers. I can't participate. No! It's fine, SMG. It's fine. Next time. But yeah, as I was saying though, in this update, there is going to be a lot of the old stuff. For example, yes, you can still craft anti-bee eggs. It is going to be costing 1 bee egg. And then, of course, it's going to be costing, you know, 25 honey. Then over here, you can have a look at the craft times. For example, in this case, it is going to be 2 hours, meaning the maximum that you can get per account is going to be 1 every 2 hours, meaning if you're absolutely efficient, like 12 per day. Not gonna lie, nothing too crazy, especially for you guys that's already got a bunch of queen bees and whatnot already. This is an easy way to get anti-bee eggs. But yeah, apart from that though, we also have a bunch of different sprinklers. Now, I'm gonna be honest, not all of these are like super, I guess, good. Like, for example, over here, yes, it does increase the growth speed of like for like coconuts and dragon fruits and mangoes and whatnot. But then again, I mean, I'm pretty sure the meta isn't actually any of these fruits. So getting this tropical mist sprinkler is probably going to be relatively useless. But don't worry, there are obviously, you know, sprinklers for other items. For example, there's the berries, for those of you that I guess care about berries. There's also ones for peppers, ember lilies. Actually, wait, no, sorry, this is going to be increasing pepper, cacao or cocoa, whatever you want to call it, and papaya. It's going to be increasing their variant chance, meaning that you could get, you know, a golden version. However, do keep in mind, these ones are going to be costing, you know, master sprinklers, so they aren't exactly the cheapest things in the world. Same thing for the sweet soaker sprinkler. It is relatively the same thing, except this one increases size bonus for moon melons. However, it is going to be costing a master sprinkler and as well a bunch of melons. Then from there, we also have some flower sprinklers, which basically freezes the flower type plants. Yes, you basically can freeze a guaranteed flower. So let's say you have an ember lily, right, or a sunflower. Well, this is basically going to be guaranteeing freezing it. Then from there, we also have a stalk sprout sprinkler, which is going to be increasing the growth speed, and as well wets beanstalk, bamboo, and mushrooms. And this is relatively cheap. I mean, only 1 beanstalk, 1 mushroom, 1 bamboo, and an advanced sprinkler. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the sprinklers done. And now we move on to the sprays. Now, this is kind of like another, it's kind of like a pet put into an item, you know? Like, you know how pets normally give specific variants and stuff? Like, for example, bees give pollination. Well, yeah, this is kind of like that, except, you know, this spray chocolate one obviously gives the chocolate mutation. Then from there, we have the spray pollinated, which is going to be pollinating a fruit. Then from there, we have one for shocking a fruit. We have the honey crafter's Kate, the anti-bee egg that we already mentioned before, and as well the pack bee, which basically increases your backpack size by 25. But do keep in mind, this is very expensive. 250 honey, a sunflower, a purple dahlia, whatever it is, and an anti-bee egg. But yeah, if you're able to get a bunch of these, I'm sure it would probably be, you know, really worth it. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering the question, SMG, in these recipes, you know, I'm seeing some new stuff. Like, for example, over here in the spray pollinator, there's like this bee palm. What is this? And as well the cleaning spray. Where do you get that? Well, there are actually 2 places where you can get them. Number 1 is going to be over here at the crafting selecting recipe place. Basically, this is kind of like a way to craft seed packs once again. As you guys can see, in exchange for a flower seed pack and as well as some honey, you can get this, which is going to be giving you all of the new fruits, or should I say, you know, flowers. For example, I believe one of the new best ones is probably going to be the dragon pepper. So yeah, guys, make sure you're getting these flower seed packs so you can craft these crafter seed packs. And then from there, you can always go ahead and craft all of the other seeds, since yes, there are even more. There's a manuka flower, dandelion, lumira, honeysuckle, bee balm, nectar thorn, and a suncoil. Now, I'm going to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, which one is the best one? I have absolutely zero clue. If needs be, I'll make like a part 2 to this video where, you know, I'll go ahead and showcase like a secret broken technique. Probably this would be like tomorrow's video or something. But yeah, if you're wondering where the flowers are from, you know, from the brand new recipes, then come on over here. It's either going to be in the crafter seed pack, or it is going to be over here where you can craft them directly for old seeds. For example, the lumira, you can craft it with pumpkin seeds, a flower seed pack, a dandelion, and honey. You get the point. But yeah, now that the crafting is all done, let's just quickly double check. Is there anything new in the queen bee shop? Well, let's have a look and see. Starting off, we have, I guess we can buy this. Actually, no, never mind. I don't have enough honey. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Is there anything new at all? No, it doesn't seem to be so. Interesting. Alright then, I guess that means that all of the stuff is going to be found, you know, over there at the crafting place slash crafting bear, whatever you want to call him. And then the last few things that you are going to be missing is going to be found in the gear shop. For example, master sprinklers. We already knew this was here in the first place. But of course, the cleaning spray. It's going to be costing 15 million each. It is going to be a divine rarity, but I'm pretty sure it always restocks, because I don't think I've actually not gotten one. Like, listen, I've been in the game for probably like an hour now, and this has not been out of stock. So I'm pretty sure it restocks consistently, like the favorite tool and the harvest tool. So yeah, don't worry about, hey, am I ever going to be able to get this? Don't worry, it's practically going to be guaranteed. Now, of course, that isn't the only thing that was added. For example, in case you guys didn't already know, there is a brand new normal seed, like not an event one, you know, that can be found over here. I'm talking about over here at the seed shop. Yes, it is beating Ember Lily. Yes, it's beating Beanstalk. It is going to be over here, the sugar apple, costing around 100 extra Robux, meaning yes, it is supposed to be better. I guess that means that for all of you guys that have Discord bots like me that are consistently pinging me when a sugar apple comes on stock, yeah, make sure you get one of those, because if this is going to be like the new meta, you know, the sugar apple, then you definitely want to get these, especially if they're going to be like outclassing Ember Lily and Beanstalk. By the way, if you guys want to see me buy this on camera, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If this video blows up enough and gets me, you know, enough views, I'll definitely convert all of that views into Robux and then go ahead and showcase this to you guys. But yeah, back to the update log over here. Is there anything else? Yes, there is going to be the brand new free pets that we got for just being in the game. The cooked owl. So having a look over here, for some reason I have 2 of these, not entirely sure how, but hey, you know, not complaining. Now if we just go ahead and have a look at the stats over here, it is going to be doing every 15 minutes, it has a 15.35% chance to cook a nearby fruit, usually burnt, but occasionally cooked. I see, so I guess this means that this owl is going to be giving you guaranteed 2 new mutations. I guess cooked is going to be the best one, but then I'm assuming burnt is supposed to be good. Even though it sounds bad, I'm going to assume that it's still at least like a 2x or 3x multiplier. But yeah, not only that, ladies and gentlemen, it also gives you a bunch of additional EXP, meaning that you could keep this on whilst you're doing, you know, grinding methods in order to get high-leveled pets, and as well, not only that, you can also use it just, you know, to get the brand new mutations and then, I don't know, get really rich. In fact, have a look over here. This is an Ember Lily that I gotten, and ooh, it is molten. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, wait, molten? I've never heard of that. Well, yeah, in case you guys weren't online when the update drops, they do actually spam, you know, a bunch of events. And then, speak of which, there are practically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new events. So starting off at the very top, we have the working bee swarm. Now, as you guys can see, it has a 1 in 3 chance, meaning that it is going to be replacing the regular bee swarm occasionally, and it gives 10 times crafting speed. And also, not only that, it obviously increases the chance of getting pollinated fruits, kind of like how the normal regular bee swarm works. Then from there, we have the volcano, which is going to be giving you the molten mutation. And the molten mutation is going to be a 25 times multiplier, with burnt over here giving a 4 times multiplier. So yeah, yeah, it turns out I was right. Even if you get cooked, or sorry, even if you get burnt, it is still going to be relatively decent. And then there's also a meteor strike event, which happens occasionally and is going to be giving you a 125 times multiplier. Yeah, not gonna lie, I kind of wonder if you were able to get all the mutations at once. How ridiculous and insane would that be? Like, imagine you deleted all of the fruits in your garden, right? You just got rid of all of them and you kept, for example, an ember lily or sugar apple or whatnot, and you just tried to get every single mutation. Like, we already know that there's like the sunflower dawn mutation thingy, there is molten, there is what else is there, void touched, now there's the brand new one which is going to be meteoric. Yeah, all of these like 100 times multipliers probably allows people to get fruits that are worth at least like 10 quadrillion. I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. But yeah, to end off the update log, we have a bunch of fixes, yada yada. You can now restore friendship pot streaks. There's a pet passive cooldown timer into the pet menu, meaning that you could see how long until, you know, the next pet passive or whatever you want to call it is gonna happen. And then apart from that, bug fixes, performance optimizations, yeah, that seems to be relatively it. Now, since all of that is done and dusted, the big question is, what exactly should you do in this update to, you know, go ahead and max it out? Well, I'm gonna be honest, you probably want to continue doing the same method of, for example, using beanstalks or coconuts to get, you know, a bunch of pollinated fruits. Then from there, just go ahead, transfer them over to this machine, keep on making a bunch of honey, and then I guess whilst you're at it, do make sure that maybe you are going ahead and buying a bunch of seed packs, so then that way you can go ahead and immediately craft them into the brand new seed packs. By the way, I did get confused over here for like mid-sentence because this sentence popped up and I was worried for a second. My bad if I said something that made zero sense, but yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, as I was saying though, when it comes to the sprinklers and stuff, I think the most important ones are probably the freeze flower type. I think that would be really good so that you don't have to wait for like chilled and wet events. Then from there, maybe, yeah, actually no, definitely the sweet soaker sprinkler. I know you guys, especially you guys that managed to get a bunch of moon melon seeds and whatnot, this is a game changer. Like, imagine if you're able to pop this with the sprinkler method, your moon melons will be what, like 1.5 times bigger or 2 times bigger? Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, I'm already imagining. Just imagine you have a garden, right? And then like the whole garden is covered by one moon melon because of this new sprinkler. Yeah, that's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. And then apart from that though, for you guys that have cocoa seeds, then make sure you get this one over here because it will increase the variant chance of getting good cocoa seeds. Then apart from that though, mutant spray chocolate, really good because, you know, it's another way to get the chocolate mutation. Then you have the pollinated fruits. I mean, this is relatively decent, but it's not exactly needed. I mean, you could go for this one, the mutation spray shock. I think this would personally be much better, in my opinion. However, of course, it does come at a hefty price. I mean, 250 honey? That's ridiculous, but I mean, hey, it's better than waiting 3 days for lightning to strike your one singular fruit that you really, really want. But yeah, apart from that though, make sure you guys get yourself a bunch of anti-bee eggs, maybe 1 or 2 pack bee eggs, so then that's where you could get a little bit extra backpack size. And then apart from that, I mean, these are relatively useless, so yeah, don't focus too much attention on those. And then the crafter seed packs, I mean, probably the dragon pepper is going to be really, really busted. Then from there we have all of the new seeds, but don't worry, if one of them is ridiculous, like if the new meta is one of these seeds, I'll make a video on it and I'll showcase how, like, the best methods to grind it, get it, and then once you get it, what to do from there. Because if this Sunkoi, right, which costs 40 honey, and all of these seeds is the new best thing, then yeah, don't worry, I'll make a video, I'll help you guys get broken in this game. So then that's where you could get rich. For example, I know 3 billion sounds like it's rich, but to be honest, considering that everyone has trillions and trillions, I definitely need to step up my game, and one of these seeds is probably gonna do that. But yeah, apart from that though, that pretty much wraps up the video. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I'm gonna continue grinding because I really need to make sure that I'm actually catching up on this update. For example, I'm working on getting a bunch of bug eggs so then I can finally get, you know, the, what do you call it? The dragonfly, yeah. Actually, let's see. Come on, game, please give me a dragonfly. It would be so cool. Okay, whatever. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!